Hi there! I am a big fan of Super Mario. Can you tell? I played Mario games ever since I was as young as 6 years old, and I've played so many Mario games I lost count. In this video I plan to go over every single one, and then rank them in the end. Might be a long video, might be a short video, because I'm not gonna go that in depth. We'll see. Let's go! Donkey Kong 1981. The fun arcade classic still holds up, only 4 levels long, so you can finish it off in an evening. I already talked about it in the NES video, but it's good and fun, pretty much established Nintendo worldwide. Did you know that a year later there was an Atari version? Like, what the hell is this? Well, this is Donkey Kong port on Atari 2600. Very minimalistic. Has only 2 levels and no music. But it's not really bad for 1982. But, you know, it's definitely an inferior port. I didn't really enjoy it, but, you know, it was made in like 3 weeks as far as I'm concerned, so good effort. Donkey Kong Jr. 1982. A sequel to Donkey Kong, and the only game in the series where Mario is a villain. You play as Junior and you have to save your papa. It's kind of alright, didn't exactly set the world on fire. Like, as far as I'm concerned, it sold far worse. In the sense that less people wanted to play it in the arcades, but it still got a prequel, so I guess it did fine. I had fun, I guess. Mario Brothers 1983. Mario Bros is a classic and a very fun arcade game, with a great later port on NES. It marks the debut of Green Mario and has a lot of good stuff. There was also a port on Atari with a lot of flickering. I couldn't play it because it flickered so badly. Isn't it weird to think that back then there were Nintendo games outside of Nintendo consoles? Donkey Kong 3, 1983. A prequel to Donkey Kong. Has no Mario, has no Donkey Kong Jr., but has some schmuck named Stanley, who no one cares about and who never appears again. What a loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself? You have to save flowers by spraying Donkey Kong with whatever this is. Easily the worst of the 3 Donkey Kong games. I can't say I liked it. Donkey Kong Jr. Math, 1983. The only game Donkey Kong Jr. ever received, and it's an edutainment game. You know, those educational ones for kids. How fun! It sucks. I'm sorry, it really is not good. I don't even think it holds that much education value. Features one of the most obscure Mario characters in 2-player mode, Pink Monkey. Wrecking Crew, 1985. Notice how I didn't play any games in 1984? I don't know how that happened. 1985, Wrecking Crew. You play as Mario and work for that one guy from the Mario movie, or whatever his name is, Foreman Spike? Yeah, his name is Foreman Spike. It's a bit clunky and I'm not a big fan. Mario sure exchanged a lot of jobs before becoming a plumber. I mean, monkey tamer? Construction worker? What's next? Well, next is plumber, cause 1985, Super Mario Bros. Fantastic game, great soundtrack, yada yada yada. What can I even say that hasn't been said? It's fantastic, a true benchmark in game industry that still holds up today. Hell, it's still in top 10 best sold games of all time. A debut of Peach, Bowser, Toad, Mushroom Kingdom, and just a fantastic game in general. Man, I've been glazing Mario non-stop. When are the bad games gonna appear? Oh. Super Mario Bros. Lost Levels, 1986. Imagine Super Mario Bros. But extremely difficult. What could possibly go wrong? Not released in America, that's what. Kind of a good game, but way too difficult, like extremely difficult. I really don't recommend it unless you're like a masochist or something. Like, this is borderline torture. This is like Kaizo Mario. 1988, Super Mario Bros. 2. It's a... You know the story, right? You probably know how American Nintendo repackaged another game with Super Mario Bros. 2 by changing sprites and stuff. So, great game, maybe my favorite of 2D Marios. It introduces Bird, who I consistently find one of the funniest Mario characters, and Shy Guy, who I consistently find to be one of the shyest Mario characters. 1988, Super Mario Bros. 3. It's really good. Plot-wise, pretty much the same as the Super Mario Bros. Great gameplay, music, sprite work, looks amazing for NES. Basically, it's so good it's borderline boring to talk about, so just, play it. 1989. Super Mario Land. My first Mario game I played on Game Boy as a 6-year-old. Great game, very short. You can finish it in like 20-30 minutes. Despite that, it has a lot of variety in its gameplay, killer soundtrack. It introduces Daisy and is the first Mario game made without Shigeru Miyamoto, which is surprisingly not even a bad thing. Somehow it works. 1990. Dr. Mario. Kind of a ripoff of Tetris, to be honest. But fun in its own way. There's an implication that Dr. Mario and regular Mario are not the same person, and I kinda love it. Shigeru Miyamoto also once implied that he's not a real doctor, which is, I kinda believe that, to be honest. Because, how can a plumber become a doctor? But then again, he was also, monkey tamer, carpenter. 1990, Super Mario World. It has Jamaican-inspired music, fun gameplay, shallow plot as usual, and yet for some reason I don't really like it that much. Not even sure why, but something is off. But I'm obviously in the minority here, cause it's sold like hotcakes and is absolutely beloved by Mario fans. Yoshi debuts here, and you can kill him. How fun! 1991. Yoshi! A puzzle spin-off starring Yoshi. Even on NES, it's one of less interesting puzzles, and so far it's definitely the worst game I've talked about today. This feels like the 3-in-a-row boomer game, but with even less to do. Yoshi doesn't even have that much to do with it, like you control Mario. What gives? 1992. Mario Paint. A creative tool more than a game, Mario Paint allowed kids to draw and make music, before personal computers were widespread. Mario Paint is fun if you're into creating things with limited resources, but if that's not your thing, you can always just play the fly swatting minigame. Yeah, take that, you fucking fly. 1992. Super Mario Kart. Fun kart game, kinda plain to be honest. Just a standard kart game with Mario characters. Donkey Kong Jr. appears for the last time before getting taken back to the backyard and getting shot. Why did I write this in the script? Yeah, basically, Donkey Kong Jr. kinda is starting to get phased out. He will still make a couple of appearances after that, but he's pretty much toast. Super Mario Bros. 2 Yoshi's Island, 1992. Great game, really annoying when you get hit cause baby Mario starts crying like a bitch. You play as Yoshi, it's technically a Yoshi game, Japanese title doesn't even have the Super Mario World in the name. That's kinda crazy, isn't it? 1992, Yoshi's Cookie, another Yoshi puzzle game. Yoshi is really popular, huh? Or at least was in 90s. I didn't like it that much, but it's not bad really. Definitely better than 1991 Yoshi. Also notable for having the creator of Tetris involved with game design. Ain't that something? I think it's only in the SNES version, but correct me if I'm wrong. 1992, Super Mario Land 2. In this one, Mario meets Wario for the first time, and Wario steals his frigging castle! It's a great 2D Mario, one of the best really, I love it. And Wario is a really fun rival / antagonist / anti-hero of Super Mario universe. Plus, there's a lot of unique stuff about the level designs that you can't find in other Mario games. You can also go into Mario's balls. How fun! 1993, Mario and Wario. Wario proved to be so popular they made a game about their rivalry. Except it's a puzzle game where you have to control a fairy to navigate blinded Mario to the exit, because he can't take a bucket off of his head. Can't tell if it's creative or odd. You can also navigate Peach and Yoshi. Cool. But I actually liked it. And there's a mod. Okay, let me explain. There was a time in the in the Nintendo's history where they released the mouse peripheral for SNES. It's like a computer mouse, really. And they released a couple of games for it, like Mario Paint, like Yoshi's Safari, like Mario and Wario. And you can't really play it without a mouse, but there's a mod that removes that function and you can just play it normally. So play that, because, the mouse peripheral is expensive nowadays. 1994, Wario Land. Wario got his own spin-off and it sold fantastically. Wario is this weird, greedy asshole who collects coins and is basically a caricature of Mario. Grotesque, gross, smelly, and punky looking fat man is a treasure hunter, and the gameplay reflects it. Wario is a fun character with a set of unique abilities and different platforming gameplay. The more money you earn, the better of an ending you get. 10 out of 10 for real. 1994, Wario's Woods. Puzzle game about Wario, except you play as a Toad. And with help of Birdo and Fairy you have to clear the blocks. So, kinda like Tetris, but not really. Wario is a villain here if anything, and he's wearing purple? This game is way too long, borderline endless, but it's really fun, I actually loved it. Odd thing with Nintendo spin-offs so far is, more often than not, the characters in the title don't have that much to do with the games itself. You know, it's so odd, but yeah, that's about to change. I think that was only in the 90s mostly. Donkey Kong 1994. A great expansion of Donkey Kong that is now 100 levels long. It's crazy how they kept it a secret until the day of release. Genius even. It's more of a puzzle platformer, but that's even better. Because, you know, the original game's kinda shallow. Well, not shallow, but it's pretty short. Donkey Kong Jr. gets aired out for one last time. We'll never forget you, man. You know, quite possibly my favorite Donkey Kong game. It was really good. It was like really good. 1994, Wario Blast. It's honestly just a Bomberman game, but it was reskinned and sold as a Wario game because I suppose Nintendo didn't believe Bomberman could sell on its own, which is silly because Bomberman is an icon. That being said, it's pretty good, isn't it? I mean, it's basically a Bomberman game, and they're always at least. 1994, Donkey Kong Country. Nintendo noticed that British company Rare Limited made a bunch of really good games for NES, and they decided to revive Donkey Kong as a platformer, and it's incredible, one of the best SNES platformers, with fantastic music by David Wise. It's genuinely a very, emotional type of music, which is odd for a game about monkeys. Diddy Kong now replaces Donkey Kong Jr. Well, by all means, he replaced him. And this Donkey Kong is a completely new character too. The old one is now Cranky Kong, who is an old man. Did you know that Donkey Kong is actually playable for the first time here? Despite there being like 7 games by now? Because in the original, the Mario, you played as Mario, and then you played as Junior, and then you played as Stanley, etc, etc. Even funnier, since he will stop being playable with the next one. 1995, Mario's Picross. It's a Japanese traditional game, Picross, but with a vague Mario coating. Good stuff, I spent hours with it. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know what else to say about it. It's just, it's sort of a Japanese Minesweeper, but, a bit more complicated. 1995, Donkey Kong Land. Pretty much just a port of Donkey Kong Country on Game Boy. It's an entirely new game though, for some reason it's just completely different, even if it presents itself as a port. It's good stuff, but sometimes it's really hard to see what's going on because, the sprites clash too much with background. 1995, Virtual Boy Wario Land. Virtual Boy fucking sucks as a console. Your retinas will get burned and you will get a piercing headache if you play it as intended. Yeah. It even has a warning every 20 minutes to take breaks. How bad could it be? Very bad. However, Virtual Boy Wario Land is a fun platformer with fantastic graphics, and it is generally a very solid sequel for Wario Land. And I'd say it's probably the best Virtual Boy game overall. But I beg you, just use an emulator, okay? This is impossible to play on the system. It will completely, I don't know, you might get a seizure or something. It's really not worth it. Yeah. Also, there was another couple of Mario games for Virtual Boy, but they were so insubstantial, I don't even remember playing them, even though I definitely did. The Mario Clash one, the Mario Tennis one. I don't remember anything about them, so, whatever. 1995, Donkey Kong Country 2. The game gets rid of Donkey Kong, so much for being playable. In this game you play as Diddy and Dixie Kong, his girlfriend, and you battle crocodiles on a pirate ship. It's somehow the best game of its series, despite lacking Donkey Kong. 1996, Super Mario RPG. Square Enix, company most famous for making Final Fantasy, made an RPG about Mario, and it's awesome! Super Mario 64 from 1996. I have virtually no nostalgia for it. I mean, I played it in like 2017 for the first time, for fuck's sake, when I was like 22. But that game single-handedly pulled me back into gaming after a 15-year-old break, so, you know, that's pretty awesome. It's a fantastic, timeless masterpiece, amazing, iconic platformer, famous for its speedruns, for its Easter eggs, for its memes. The community is still alive 28 years later, like, come on, it's a true testament of a fantastic game. I genuinely love it a lot. I don't even know what to say about it that hasn't been said already, but it's just so fucking good. I played it on an Android emulator, which is a disservice to the game, so I played it on Switch, and yeah, it's still really good. Donkey Kong Land 1996, just a straight up port of this NES game to GBC. It's exactly the same game but worse. Not sure why I'm even mentioning it. I guess because I mentioned Donkey Kong Land 1? Yeah, probably. It has the same problems as 1, because, the sprite work is a little too indistinguishable from the background. But yeah, it's fine. It's pretty good. As good as 1, I guess. Donkey Kong Country 3, 1996. Final game in the trilogy, and it's definitely the worst one. So that's like not to say it's bad, it's definitely great still. In this one you play as Dixie Kong and I forgot this guy's name. Big Baby Kong, I don't know. Chunky? No, Chunky is another one. I don't know. Kiddy Kong? What the name? Kiddy Kong. Everyone hates him for some reason. It's a fandom. I don't know, I didn't mind him too much. But yeah, everything about this game is inferior, including the soundtrack. And it's not even a bad soundtrack, but David Wise was such a good composer, it's really hard to match. Even though he did work on this game too. Yeah, just not that great. 1996, Mario Kart 64. Did you know the sprites in this game are not actually 3D, but they're like 2D pictures? That's kinda cool, right? Not the greatest game ever, but a pretty solid kart racer. Definitely an improvement over Super Mario Kart, especially since the screen doesn't have it anymore. So yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. 1997 gave us a lot of great games, like Game & Watch Gallery series, which is a remake of a bunch of Game & Watch games, but with Mario characters. I played it, but I barely remember it, to be honest. And I didn't feel like replaying it for the video, because it's just, mini games. Donkey Kong Land 3 also came out, and it was another original game disguised as a port, like Donkey Kong Land 1. Not a very good game, to be fair, but still, it's whatever. 1997, now that's a good one, Diddy Kong Racing. Despite its kiddie aesthetic, Diddy Kong Racing is actually, in my opinion, one of the best racing games of all time. Yes, of all time. And that's because, for some reason, it's designed as a collectathon platformer. Like, it has collectibles you have to collect, you have to fight bosses to progress, it has an overworld. You have to race the bosses, not fight them, but kind of the same thing. The gameplay is very fun, and I love that Raj character, he's really funny. Also Banjo and Conker debuted here as racers, before getting spun off into their own series, like Banjo-Kazooie and M-rated adult game Conker's Bad Fur Day. Both games are absolutely fantastic, and I highly recommend them, but they're technically no longer a part of Mario Universe, because Microsoft bought them. I don't think I will cover them in this video, but I might at some point in the future, because I plan to make a Rareware video. But yeah, it's the first and last Diddy Kong game. What a god. Just a fantastic game overall. 1997, Yoshi's Story. Kind of a whatever game, really. I don't really like it that much. Weird pseudo 3D graphics, weird gameplay, weird shot length, and weird music. Like in this song, he kinda sounds like he's saying, "Eat asshole, eat asshole." 1998. Wrecking Crew 98 is a fun game. It's a sequel to Wrecking Crew that has a fun story, fun graphics, fun cutscenes, and plays absolutely nothing like the original game. Why even make a sequel if it's so different? Still a good game, and 4 months back returns. Fun fact, in Japanese he's called Blackie for some reason. Well, maybe not that fun of a fact. 1998, Wario Land 2. Nintendo decided to pretend Virtual Boy doesn't exist and made a Wario Land sequel on a more mainstream platform, Game Boy Color. It's really fun and branches into multiple story routes, which is a first for a Mario franchise as far as I'm concerned. Wario is kind of an experimental series that has that throw everything at the wall and see what sticks attitude, and it starts showing here. Also, Wario can no longer die for some reason. According to the manual, it's because he doesn't feel like it. Damn, what a champ. 1998, Mario Party. The game that destroys friendship is here, Mario Party. I played it alone because none of my friends are into old games. And not gonna lie, it still kinda holds up. Probably would have been much better with friends. I'm all alone. It's truly crazy how this game pretty much invented the genre. 1999, should I even count Smash Bros. Games? I don't think so, they're kind of their own thing, right? So, 1999, Donkey Kong 64. It's fun, it's good, it has a rap song, you know. So we're finally here, we're forming for you. That's a good song. It has a fun cast of characters, a shit ton of things to collect, good music. Sounds like a perfect transition of Donkey Kong to 3D, right? Not really. The shit ton of things to collect thing, it's kind of actually a shit ton. Like, there's so much stuff to collect, game takes like 30 hours, even without side things to do. Turns out there is too much of a good thing after all, you just get tired of the game very soon. It's still a fun game, every monkey controls uniquely, but also it's kind of to its detriment because without one monkey's abilities you can't get certain collectibles, so you have to switch constantly between Donkey Kong, Chunky Kong, Tiny Kong, Lanky Kong, and that other guy I forgot, or whoever was it. Sorry. Still, it's a fun game, just could have been better, you know. Also, Donkey Kong is finally playable again, that's good. 2000, Wario Land 3. Whoa, Turn of the Millennium gave us a new Wario Land, and it's a Metroidvania. It's okay. I don't like it. Couldn't even finish it. And I'm sorry, it's actually a fun favorite, but I just get bored of it so easily. I'm sorry to any Wario Land 3 fan. I'm not a paragon of taste. Wario still can't die, so that's cool. He's still immortal for some reason. Year 2000, Mario Tennis. Honestly, I don't love Mario Sports titles, I didn't play a lot of them. Most of the time it's just, a sport, but with Mario characters. This game, however, is awesome because, I don't know, it brings back Princess Daisy from Super Mario Land, so it's kind of revolutionary just for that, because she's a mainstay after this. And it also invents Waluigi, who is like an evil version of Luigi, because Wario is an evil version of Mario. Very creative. He's famous for being a total loser, and he never appeared in anything but sports titles and party ones, yet he's a very lovable guy. He also brings back Bird from Mario 2, and she's great as always. I keep trying to bury DK Jr., but he's unlockable here apparently, I didn't know that. Well, 2000, Paper Mario. By all means a sequel to Mario RPG, by anything but a name. And characters, the only good RPG on Nintendo 64. Sorry Quest 64 fans. And it's very good. Makes the world of Mario feel much more alive than I thought. Bowser continues with his characterization from Mario RPG. You can play as Peach sometimes, the story is fun, the gameplay is fine even if you're not an RPG guy. Good music, and overall it's just a very good game. One of the best really. 2000, Mario Party 3. Another Mario Party I played alone. Don't pity me, there's a story mode in this one. They add Daisy and Waluigi in it. It's boring, the story mode kinda fucking sucks, it's only fun with friends. God, I need retro friends. 2001, Dr. Mario 64. Best Dr. Mario because it has a story mode. And not just a story mode, but the one where you can play as Wario for some reason. It's actually a very fun story, and the main villain is Rudy the Clown from Wario Land 3. It's an odd choice. But not gonna lie, I really liked it. It really made me feel like doctoring my Mario, if you know what I mean. Cause I don't know what I mean. 2001, Mario Kart Super Circuit. The second worst thing to happen in 2001, it's Mario Kart on Game Boy. Jesus, why did I write that? it's whatever. I don't love it. It just feels like the SNES game but handheld. I loved it as a kid though, but as an adult it just doesn't hit as well. Maybe I just don't like racing games, I don't know. 2001, Wario Land 4. Not going to lie, Wario finally donning his iconic yellow outfit 8 years after his first appearance is satisfying. The music is so good, and the graphics are so gorgeous. Not to mention the story is fun, and the endings are, interesting? But honestly, I started Wario Land 4 on 5 separate occasions, and every single time I get bored eventually. It's a very highly acclaimed game, so I suppose it's not bad. But it's just not for me, I suppose. Sorry, Wario. Still, yeah, I can't finish it for the life of me, for whatever reason. 2001, Luigi's Mansion. Luigi's Mansion is the game that made Luigi from a police swap into a lovable scaredy cat type of character. Luigi is a very endearing guy here, and from now on he is probably my favorite character of the entire Marioverse. And yet, I'm sorry guys, but I do not like Luigi's Mansion. It bores me to tears. I don't even know why. Well, nevertheless, I managed to finish it, so there's that. But I don't know, maybe I just don't like games that are very heavily puzzle-oriented? I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me, to be honest. At least the last shot with beheaded Bowser was kinda insane. 2002 hits us with Super Mario Sunshine, the next step in 3D Mario after Mario 64. And it's an open world game, again with a ton of fun levels. It has a tropical vacation style to it, introduces us to Piantas, which are funny little guys with big noses and like tropical clothes, which I love. And it has a great soundtrack. It's the first game with voice acting in the Mario universe, like with full-on voice acting, with sentences and all. And it kinda sucks, not the game, but the voice acting. But also it has this old voice acting charm where people didn't even know what they were doing yet. Gameplay-wise, it's fantastic, and it takes everything from Mario 64 and builds upon it. Unfortunately, it's one of the more controversial Mario games because the levels are surprisingly needlessly frustrating. It's probably the most I've ever raged during a Mario game too, and I played lost levels, so that says something. Super Mario Sunshine is sometimes clunky, oftentimes frustrating, challenging and punishing. But that being said, I loved it for that exact reason. It's very unique and interesting, and the more time passes, the more I'm starting to appreciate it. Mario 64 still clears though, I'm sorry. 2003 gave us some Mario parties, but you know, I tried them, but I didn't really play with them that much. It also gave us WarioWare Mega Micro Games, a series that pretty much gave Wario a new life, and made him a poster child for everything weird and experimental in Nintendo. I love that approach. The gameplay loop is fun and unique. I've never seen anything like that before or even after. You complete micro games in quick succession that last like 5 seconds, and you have to quickly figure out whatever it is that you need to do. It's more challenging than it sounds, and it's very fun. Plot-wise, this game is really fun too. Wario is now a video game developer, and he hires a bunch of people in Diamond City to make games for him. Every character has their own little story, and they all are very charismatic and fun. It's nice that Wario has his own supporting cast, and pretty much all of his supporting cast is, better developed than most mainline Mario characters. Very fun dynamics here, best Mario cast easily. It really is one of the most unique video games out there. I highly recommend it. Truly the game that made Wario a household name. In my opinion at least. Sorry Wario Land Bros. 2003 Wario World 3D platformer with Wario. Was not as successful as other Wario games, didn't get a sequel, but it's fun and very bizarre. Far from the best Wario game though, there is zero synergy with other Wario series, so none of the characters return aside from Wario. But Wario gets to fight a dragon with a thong. That's pretty cool, huh? 2003 WarioWare Mega Party Games. 2003 truly was a good year for Wario, huh? Mega Micro Games was so successful, Nintendo quickly made a party game for GameCube based on it. It's kind of fun, but storyline is gone, funk works are gone, even the music is gone, most of it. All that's left is these like mini games and added party appeal. It's okay. 2003, Mario Kart Double Dash. It's another Mario Kart, but this time there are two drivers of your choice in one vehicle. A very odd choice, a very odd idea. Very much an outlier gameplay-wise from its franchise colleagues. It's okay. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. It's another RPG series starring Mario, and it has a story about Mario and Luigi fighting the Mean Bean Queen. It's okay. Okay, alright, I know people will fucking crucify me for this opinion, but people love this game and they have all the right to. But I just don't, and I'm sorry. Please don't hate me. Platforming on world map with Luigi is kinda uncomfortable. New characters aren't that appealing, neither physically or as characters. Neither is the plot all that fun, and generally I just didn't find it as fun as Super Mario RPG or Paper Mario. It's fine. 2004, Mario vs Donkey Kong, a pseudo-sequel to Donkey Kong 94. It's a puzzle game where you have to find keys and kick Donkey Kong's ass. He stole all the toys from Mario's toy factory. Since when does Mario have a toy factory? Can't blame him for selling out though. He deserves it after everything he did for Mushroom Kingdom. It's a fun game, the graphics are gorgeous for Game Boy Advance. Gorgeous. Jesus. This pseudo 3D look really looks good on Game Boy Advance, trust me. The emulator doesn't quite do it justice. The sound design and menu design feel kinda bootleggy though, not gonna lie. But I like this series a lot. 2004, Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door. One of the best Mario RPG games ever. It's surprisingly edgy, very fun, has a lot of sex jokes for some reason, blood. Well, a lot of it was censored in the American release, but it's still there, so for me it counts. There's a news on the main street for Pete's sake. Yeah, we're at Rogport, a poor, dark part of Mushroom Kingdom. I gotta say, I love the plot. It really feels like a serious JRPG with Mario thrown in, but the humor is also there, and better than ever. Well, at least in my opinion. The music, the characterization of all the characters, everything is so good. It introduces a second canonically queer character in Mario, which could be interesting for a subset of people. And Peach has her own subplot, which I enjoyed a lot. And even freaking Bowser is playable. A lot of people say that in this game is where Bowser starts feeling a little too much like an off and less of a legitimate threat. But I don't agree. He walks a fine line. But this might be a controversial opinion, but I really don't recommend playing the 2024 remake because it's just staggeringly less funny. A lot of jokes get killed, not even sure why. I think it's cause the 2004 release had a lot of jokes created by Nintendo of America, while 2024 release tried to stay more faithful to the original script, so a lot of comedy is just gone, and it feels wrong, I don't know. 2004, Mario Pinball Land. It's Mario but pinball. Most people regard it as one of the worst Mario games of all time. Personally, I think it's alright. I mean, it's pinball, it's Mario Pinball Land, it's not Mario Citizen Kane Land. I like the pseudo 3D graphics, and Mario getting squished into a ball is kinda funny. 2004, WarioWare Touched and WarioWare Twisted. In a very fast fashion, WarioWare got 2 sequels rolled out next year after Mega Micro Games. They retain the charm of the previous game, but the games differ themselves by implementing gimmicks. WarioWare Touched has touchscreen controls on Nintendo DS, while WarioWare Twisted makes you twist your Game Boy thanks to a sensor add-on. Both are incredible and worth playing. They give new plots to returning characters and also add some new characters, and Touched also adds Ashley, who is a fan favorite witch, and pretty much is the second most popular WarioWare character. Personally, I'm waiting for her to be added as a playable fighter into Super Smash Bros. Or Jimmy T at least, that guy is fun too. 2004, Super Mario 64 DS, a remake of Mario 64 but with Yoshi, Wario, and Luigi as playable characters. Kind of a strange decision to be honest, but honestly, it's fine. I mean, it's fucking Wario, I love Wario. Honestly, the opening scene is a trip when they all pop out of, of pipes. Too bad it controls like total ass, and I don't know who thought it would work, but that ain't it, chief. 2004, Yoshi's Tipsy-Turvy. Utilizing the WarioWare Twisted technology, you can control Yoshi and roll him around by turning your Game Boy Advance. Before iPhones and Androids, that was, really fucking cool. Probably, I didn't have it as a kid. Either way, it's another mediocre Yoshi game. The guy really picked in his first game, huh? 2004, Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. It's an odd game. Throughout the 90s, Donkey Kong games were usually handled by Rare Limited, but they got bought by Microsoft, so Nintendo could no longer, do Donkey Kong games because they didn't know what to do with Donkey Kong as a character. It was a strange period of time for Nintendo. But yeah, they just decided to do everything with him and kinda diluted the brand a little. Like Donkey Konga, one of the strangest ideas. It's this rhythm game where you have to, in real life, slap bongos to the beat of different songs. What a strange idea. But Donkey Kong Jungle Beat is pretty good. You use bongos to play the game, which is a fun little gimmick, and you get through levels and then you beat up other apes. Rinse and repeat. It's a fun gameplay loop for a fun platformer. By the end of the game you celebrate beating the shit out of other monkeys and the credits roll. Jeez, Donkey Kong is a bully, isn't he? 2005, Mario Party Advance. This game fucking sucks. Imagine playing Mario Party alone. Couldn't be me! At the beginning, Star asks you what your favorite secret is, and some other personal questions that will not play any role in the gameplay whatsoever. Like, why do you need that information, you little creep? But yeah, this game is just one big fetch quest, with shitty minigames. Kind of unsatisfying. 2005, Yoshi Touch and Go. A game that became obsolete in like 4 years. In this one, you use touchscreen to navigate falling Yoshi through obstacles. The game gets old pretty much immediately, and got co-opted by phone games pretty soon after. Man, Yoshi games kinda suck, don't they? 2005, DK King of Swing. It's a Donkey Kong spin-off, and Jesus, I keep getting distracted, I'm sorry. It's a Donkey Kong spin-off where you swing to the top, and that's pretty much all you do through like 26 levels. Kind of sucks. I mean, I still beat it, for I felt like a Donkey Kong completionist at the time. Except I couldn't beat the final boss, and when I did, my fucking Game Boy crashed. My partner advised me to just watch the ending on YouTube. Technically I did beat it, so it counts, right? 2005, Super Princess Peach. Fun game about Princess Peach, finally she got her own game. Is it any good? Well, yeah. It's a very fun game, very good platformer where Peach saves Mario from Bowser with her parasol. People say it's sexist because she uses her emotions as superpowers to overcome obstacles, and honestly, I'm not a woman, so I don't think I can really fairly say if it's sexist or not. All I know is I had fun, so it's a good game. At least in my opinion. 2005, Mario Kart DS. A very fun Mario Kart. I think it's my favorite really. Very good graphics for a handheld, fun tracks, good character roster, but more importantly, there's a missions mode and it's super fun. You even battle King Bob-omb from Mario 64 and other bosses. This is awesome. 2005, Super Mario Strikers. Super Mario but football. The console is successful when Mario starts getting Europe-orientated spin-offs. I used to be a huge fan of football as a teen, so this game holds a special place in my heart. Well, not this one, it's sequel really, but this one is really good too. Really edgy and sexual too for some reason, which is awesome. 2005, Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. Not sure why, but I enjoyed this game more than Superstar Saga, a very fun RPG with a plot about aliens and time travel. It's probably the most endearing depiction of Baby Mario and Baby Luigi, because, in Yoshi's Island they were kinda annoying. Well, Baby Mario was annoying. I don't think Baby Luigi was in this one. It's a very fun time travel story that also kinda saves all the canon purists from explaining inconsistencies in Mario lore. Dude, time travel? I ain't gonna explain shit. 2006 New Super Mario Bros. Probably the first game I've ever emulated, either that or Knuckles Chaotix. It's a return of 2D Mario, but he has a 3D sprite now. A very fun, very good game, with fun levels, fun bosses, and a very fun traditional adventure. And Bowser Jr. is not being annoying for once. Is that his debut? Not sure. Mario becoming gigantic felt so awesome as a kid. Like, fuck yeah! 2006 Mario Hoops 3 on 3. A fun basketball game developed by Square Enix, which is why there's also Final Fantasy characters in this. Also Dragon Quest characters. It's alright! There's really not a lot to say about this one, I'm sorry. 2006 Mario vs Donkey Kong 2. Match of the Minis. This is where Mario vs Donkey Kong goes kinda sour for a lot of people. Instead of a puzzle platformer, it's a Lemmings clone now where you have to guard a bunch of toys into a door. On a bright side, Pauline from the original Donkey Kong returns, and she looks amazing. People keep pointing fingers at Mario Odyssey as a grand return of Pauline, but she was in this series all along. Personally, I did not like this game. Oh, wait, sorry. Personally, I did like this game, and I still do. Don't really care. 2006 WarioWare Smooth Moves. One of the best WarioWare games, Smooth Moves pretty much does the same thing as other games, but this time on Wii, which means a lot of minigames with actual real-life physical activity are gonna be present. And that's always fun. And it's a good time with someone else too, like it easily doubles as a party title. Also, it adds Young Cricket and Master Mantis, both characters that I really like. Actually, probably the only arcade Mario game I've played in the arcades last year in Hong Kong. It was a blast. It has Pac-Man for some reason, which is another classic game character I adore. It's a fun racing game that I spent an unimaginable amount of money on. And I'd do it again, but I don't think I'm going back to Hong Kong anytime soon. 2007 Super Paper Mario is awesome. The grand finale of Paper Mario trilogy, cause everything afterwards kinda goes downhill. It's a 2D platformer that sometimes transitions into 3D, and it unfortunately gets rid of RPG elements. It makes up for it with a fun RPG-like story and a lot of good humor. You can play as Bowser again, which is pretty cool. Or as Luigi. Count Black is one of the best Mario characters, and I love this character. It's a shame he doesn't appear again. Or maybe it's for the best, you know. It keeps his story unique. Leslie Swan from Mario 64 returns to voice Peach one last time. And it's nice. The story might make you cry for real. Also, it's one of the first games to ever make fun of its nerdy fans, and it does it so well I feel like everyone who tries to replicate this kinda fails in comparison. 2007 Mario Strikers Charged. Another Mario football game. Very good, very fun. I played it as a kid, and the Wii wasn't even mine, but I loved it a lot. And replaying it as an adult, it aged rather well, still keeping that edgy, sexy aesthetic. It's probably as edgy as Mario has ever officially been. Not unofficially though, that goes to racist Mario. So yeah, Mario Party 8. What year was it? 2007. I played it with my partner and it was alright. Not sure if that was even worth a mention, it's just a Mario Party, nothing terribly new in this one. But there it is. I guess it's cool, you know. 2007 Donkey Kong Battle Blast. It's a racing game for Wii where Donkey Kong characters race, and it's awesome conceptually, but it actually kinda sucks. It was planned as another bongo game for GameCube, but plans changed and the game was finished for Nintendo Wii. I suppose Wiimote and Nunchuck are not good substitute for bongos. Still, at least the roster of characters is fun, and a lot of characters are here. Tiny Kong is no longer tiny, she's all grown up now, which is odd because, you know, Dixie is still the same size. Then again, original Donkey Kong became an old man, while Mario is still a spry youngster, so Mario timeline doesn't make a lot of sense, huh? Anyway, kind of a stinker. 2007 DK Jungle Climber. A sequel to King of Swing, it's another handheld swinging game. The graphics are great, a lot of lore-related characters are here, and overall it's an improvement over the previous game. But no matter what, you cannot make me enjoy the gameplay, kind of shit, I'm sorry. 2007 Super Mario Galaxy. The big comeback of Mario. After being less prominent on gaming scene for a little bit, Mario Galaxy kicks the door down and says, "Guess who's back, bitches? King of video games is back." It's fantastic. It's a fantastic platformer which is a bit more linear than 64 or, you know, Sunshine, but has the planet gimmick going for it that makes it unique and enjoyable. It's linear and not open world anymore, but it's still pretty awesome. Endlessly imaginative, very ambitious artistically, has a good plot, extremely good music, and Rosalina is a baddie, not gonna lie. Why did I write this? Genuinely a very good game, one of the best in the series. Even my partner liked it, and they're not really that much into platformers. 2007, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. A very odd Sega-developed Olympics crossover between Sonic and Mario. We all wanted a crossover between two kings of platformers, and we got an Olympic sports tie-in? What? It's very odd. It's a fun game, though, especially with other people. I don't know what else to say about it. I guess I have only one thing to add, and that is Beijing Olympics in 2008 were pretty awesome. 2008, Dr. Mario Online RX for Wii and Dr. Mario Express for Nintendo DS. It's just Dr. Mario. It's literally the same game, but Mario now has a 3D sprite. Like, wow. Why would you make it for both Wii and DS? Did someone ask for this? I didn't ask for this. But I still played them anyway. I don't know why. It's kind of on me, really. 2008, Mario Kart Wii. It's alright. I know it has a lot of fans, and I did enjoy it quite a lot. Plus, Coconut Mall is one of the best Mario Kart tracks ever. But Mario Kart DS still clears, at least in my opinion. I'm in the minority, by the way. Funky Kong, though, now that's an awesome character to add. 2008, Wario Land Shake It. Final Wario Land game, as the series just kinda died out after that. It's understandable why, it didn't sell that well, and that's all. There's like already a lot of platformers Nintendo does. But this might be the best entry in the series. Now that's just annoying. How can something peak at the end of its lifespan? And there's no another entry. That's so unfair. So first of all, what makes it good is the presentation. Anime cutscenes are awesome. They bring back a legacy character, Captain Syrup, from the first Wario Land game. But this time she's your ally. The game is gorgeous, all characters are hand-drawn in the game too, and the sprites are fantastic. I think Shake It doesn't get enough love. 2008, WarioWare snapped. Oh, they snapped alright, they snapped and made the first shitty Wario game. It's horrible. It really depends on the camera traction, and it's insanely imprecise. And it barely works half the time. And when it does, the game is like 20 minutes long with zero replay value. It's whatever, don't bother. Boy, Wario sure been down on his luck. 2009, Mario and Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story. Another Mario RPG, now the solo RPG series, cause Paper Mario just ditched the genre altogether. And suddenly, it's a fantastic fucking game. In this game you get all tiny and get eaten by Bowser, so now you have to survive inside of Bowser while playing as Bowser on the outside. The boss fights are awesome, the plot is really fun and silly, the music is great, just a very good time, you should play it. 2009, WarioWare DIY. A very fun spiritual successor to Mario Paint. It still has standard WarioWare content with micro games and all, but its main focus is on making comics, making music, making micro games, basically just doing creative shit. It's great! I made a whole comic on it, and I posted it on Webtoons, and no one liked it. It's great, it sold like shit and put Wario in a coffin for a whole 4 years. Poor guy, his games are fantastic. Most of the time anyway. 2009, New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Wait a minute. This is just New Super Mario Bros. 2009, Mario vs Donkey Kong Minis March Again. Wait a minute. This is just Mario vs Donkey Kong 2. Yeah, that's right folks, we're entering the no fun allowed era of Nintendo, where they rely too much on making mission pack sequels, or on making games that are a little too safe. It got a little annoying, but the era is not without its gems. For example, 2010, Super Mario Galaxy 2. Wait a minute, this is just Super Mario Galaxy. But unlike the previous example, Super Mario Galaxy was just phenomenal. So, more of the same is good. Helps that the levels are actually better than in the first game. It's a harder game for certain, but it's also very fun. Next change, it kinda becomes plotless. Rosalina is nowhere to be seen, and now you're friends with this Tabalaba guy, or whatever his name is. Still, it's a fantastic game. 2010, Mario vs Donkey Kong, Mini Land Mayhem. Ah, fuck's sake, stop! It's the same fucking game! God! I mean, it's not bad, but you know, it's the same game. 2010, Donkey Kong Country Returns. Suddenly, Donkey Kong returned with a really good game. Certainly been a while. They're also known for Metroid Prime games, so it was to be expected, but still, it's exciting to see Donkey Kong in good hands again. Unfortunately, Kremlings and K. Rool are nowhere to be seen. Seems like Rare still owns them? 2011 Super Mario 3D Land. And here we are, a 3D Mario game for 3DS that is completely stripped of all originality. Stripped of all originality. It pretty much, marries the 3D gameplay and the aesthetic of the show with the aesthetic of New Super Mario Bros. And it kind of works, but also kind of sucks, cause with 3D Mario games you always expect something new, something creative, not same old stuff. However, for lack of imagination, it compensates with a solid gameplay, nice 3D effects, and that's pretty much it. The gameplay is very fun, however, so I can't be too mad. Yeah. 2011 the gameplay is very fun. 2011 Mario Kart 7. Not gonna lie, this is the most played Mario Kart ever. Probably the most unexciting one too. Absolutely nothing new, nothing mind-blowing, and nothing cool about this one. It's just, Mario Kart. Nothing too interesting. But the B from Mario Galaxy is playable, so there is that, I guess. 2012 New Super Mario Bros. 2. It's essentially New Super Mario Bros. But with a gimmick of having like a million coins that you can find. And first of all, wouldn't it make sense to put Wario in here? Isn't he like super greedy? But more importantly, this negates all the challenge, because with so many coins you can farm like a million lives. It's alright, getting sick of this type of game, to be honest. See, this era of Nintendo is kinda cursed. And nothing illustrates it more than the next game. 2012 Paper Mario Sticker Star. And here it is, the biggest victim of this inner sanitization of Nintendo. An awful decision, but I kinda feel like I'm beating the dead horse. Paper Mario Sticker Star has been shitted on for like years. But I feel like I have to be fair. Paper Mario no longer has an exciting story. It's just your standard Bowser kidnaps Peach, now go type of game. Bowser loses his characterization and doesn't even talk in this game. All the partners are gone, all the unique characters are gone, and replaced with Toads, so many Toads. And they're not even differently colored, they're just standard Toads. This sucks, and plays more like a point-and-click adventure in the sense that there are obstacle bosses that you can only beat if you find an item that you can use on them. Stickers, to be exact. Sticker Star! Yeah, this style of gameplay sucks so hard. And yet, I managed to finish it, because mercifully it's not that long. Man, this game is horrible. Okay, look how they massacred my boy. 2012 New Super Mario Bros. U. Yeah, that's the breaking point for me. This is where New Super Mario Bros. Lost me. Another rehash. I'm so tired of these games, man, they're too similar. I did manage to finish it, but I did not enjoy it that much, not gonna lie. 2013 Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. I played it for a little bit, but you probably remember that I don't like Luigi's Mansion. So I quit about 2 hours in. Sorry Luigi fans. I heard it's, the worst one in the trilogy anyway, so maybe I'm not losing that much. 2013 Game & Wario. Wario is not quite dead yet. Game & Wario is a minigame in the universe of WarioWare. Except instead of playing minigames in quick succession, you play minigames as, well, minigames. It's definitely less unique and not very interesting. There's a gamer mode where you have to play a standard WarioWare game while hiding from your mother, who looks like a demon. And that mode is awesome. Kinda redeems the entire package a little bit. But overall it's just, alright, not very exciting. But it sold pennies and was very harshly received by critics, so... not a good prospect for Wario games. At least you can pet Ashley, if you're into that kind of stuff. Mario and Donkey Kong, Minis on the Move, 2013. Wait a minute, it's just another... Oh wait, it's a unique game. Jeez, finally! If you've ever played Full Pipe, this is like pretty much the same kind of game, but in 3D with Mario dolls, Luigi, Peach, Pauline and Donkey Kong dolls, and they all have different gameplay. I think it's a good effort, and it freshens the series a little bit. It got kinda stale, so this is appreciated. Lovely stuff. 2013, new Super Luigi U. Nintendo announced Year of Luigi and released some Luigi-centric games this year, like Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon and this one. New Super Luigi U is essentially New Super Mario Bros. U, but speedrun mode. You can only play as Luigi and only have 100 seconds on every level. Surprisingly, that's a good amount of variety and ends up being a pretty enjoyable game. But like, did it really need its own retail release? It could, it could have been a DLC. Either way, 2013, Mario and Luigi Dream Team. Another RPG in the series as part of Year of Luigi, it focuses on Luigi's dreams and how Mario can travel in them. I apologize in advance to fans of this game. You should skip this section, I'm sorry. I am not a paragon of taste, I suck. Alright, it's not a good game at all. It's not a good game. It's so slow. Tutorials up the ass. 5 hours in, I still had tutorials up the ass. The dialogue is super slow, and the game is kind of unenjoyable as a result, because it doesn't let me fucking play! It's the only Mario and Luigi game I quit halfway through, and I do not plan to come back. I think this is the last appearance of Toadsworth 2 before he died from old age or something. Seriously, Nintendo fucking hates this guy, I don't understand this, their problem. Yeah. 2013, Super Mario 3D World. It's Super Mario 3D Land but on a Wii U. Well, not really, it has a vague cat theme. It also has far better graphics. And yeah, I think that's otherwise it's kind of the same game. You know what's cool though? Mario, Luigi, Toad and Peach are playable, just like in Super Mario Bros. 2. The gang is back together. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. Look at Mario looking up her skirt, you little pervert. Despite being a rather aesthetically bland game, it's still a great time, and I still highly recommend it. But it's a shame it's kind of, bland. 2013, Dr. Luigi. Closing Year of Luigi, it's Dr. Mario. But guess what? It's with Luigi. Year of Luigi lost Nintendo $457 million. 2014, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is genuinely one of the best platformers of all time, and it deserves all the praise it can get. It wasn't very popular on release because of it being on Wii U, which was a failing console, and also because fans of Retro Studios wanted a new Metroid Prime game instead. With time people saw what Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze was all about, and started respecting it a lot more. And yet, it was not enough to save the series, because after Tropical Freeze, Donkey Kong never got a solo game again, as of November 2024. And it's likely he won't for some time. 2014, Mario Kart 8. Oh man, where do I even begin? It's a fantastic game, very much unmatched in its niche. Better than any other Mario Kart or any other mascot kart really. 6th highest selling game of all time. First time Nintendo took Mario seriously. First time Nintendo took Mario Kart seriously. Absolutely insane game with a ton of tracks, characters, fun custom mechanics, good online, and fantastic graphics. It's the second best selling game in Nintendo's history. It's just really good, It's really good, man. It even has guest characters like Link and Isabelle. Pretty neat. I love Link and Isabelle. 2014, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. A spin-off about Captain Toad. Very random, but very fun. It's a puzzle game where you can't jump, so, it's already very different from the main series. It's very clever and really interesting and fun. Plus the soundtrack is quite nice. It also got ported on Switch and 3DS, and both ports are quite nice. Although Switch one is better because it comes with a bunch of bonus levels. 2015, Mario vs Donkey Kong Tipping Stars. After freshening up the series, they go back to a Lemmings clone. Are you serious? It's not bad though, it's still kinda fun. The cutscenes are so cheap and awful though, look at these. They certainly didn't have a lot of money for these, huh? By the way, last game with Donkey Kong in its title until 2024. That's fucked up. 2015, Yoshi's Woolly World. Nintendo gave Yoshi to the studio that made Wario Land Shake It. And it's, just kidding. Surprisingly enough, it's fantastic! A really cute aesthetic, great level design, and fun soundtrack really make this into something special, And I wanna just hug this Yoshi. Look at the woolly Yoshi, he's so cute. Nintendo released a bunch of cartoon shorts in support of the game, and they look gorgeous, man. Gorgeous. God, I keep saying gorgeous. 2015, Super Mario Maker. Actually a very good idea. A Mario level builder in the style of Mario 1, 2, well, actually not 2. 1, 3, World and New Super Mario Bros. It's really fun, mostly because you can share your levels with people online. And it's so cool! And also you can use sponsor outfits and play as, for example, Link or Baby Metal Girl. What? There was also Super Mario Maker for 3DS, which was really stupid because you couldn't share your levels with anyone. What's the point then? But to compensate, there's like 30 brand new levels made by Nintendo themselves, which make for a nice story mode, basically a brand new Mario game. It's really good, so it saves it. 2015, Mario & Luigi Pepe Jam. This game is another victim of Nintendo's sanitization. No unique characters, the plot is just Mario vs Bowser, but now Paper Mario joins in. Like that's supposed to excite us. For a so-called crossover, there is not a lot of crossover appeal, because Paper Mario is a silent character, and no unique characters from Paper Mario appear, let alone unique quirks. It kind of sucks, but at least it's short. With it, traditional Mario RPGs died for a while. That's a shame. 2016, Mini Mario and Friends Amiibo Challenge. It's just another Mario and Donkey Kong, but Donkey Kong gets fired from being in the main title, for some reason. Also, it's the last game in the series until 2024. Overall, wasn't a bad series at all. This game is free, but to unlock more levels you have to buy Amiibo and scan them. So it's not free. Damn. 2016, Paper Mario Color Splash. Terrible follow-up to Sticker Star. The gameplay went from bad to worse, with cards instead of stickers. It got a little funnier at least, and visually it looks nice, but not gonna lie. I couldn't bear that gameplay, so I dropped the game. Not very good. 2016, Super Mario Run. Mario's first foray into mobile market saw Shigeru Miyamoto return into director's seat for the first time since 1996. And you know, it's okay. For an outrunner with one button control, it's alright. I even unlocked Daisy, which took hours, so it's at least alright. Although I'm slightly autistic, so that helped. A lot of people don't really like this game, and I understand why, but I don't know, I think it's alright. 2017, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. What a weird idea, right? A crossover between Mario and Ubisoft's Rabbids, which is a tactical RPG of all things? Sounds like a recipe for disaster. And yet, despite everything, it turned out great. Like, sometimes miracles do happen. Personally, I enjoyed it a lot, way too much really, and most people seem to agree. Is it a sign of things to come? Are we finally out of the Dark Ages? Seems like it, cause the next game is 2017 Super Mario Odyssey. Oh hell yeah, one of the best Mario games. This game really made Mario kick the door down and proves that he's king of video games all over again. All the creativity is back, fun ideas and fun new characters are back, Pauline is back, and you can transform into different creatures by throwing your cap at them. And it's just overall a lot of fun time. Endlessly creative Mario Odyssey returns to open world structure, similar to Mario 64 and Sunshine, and it works really well for it. I love it, and it's definitely top 5 games overall. Actually, not quite. After writing this, I made the list and it didn't make it into top 5. Still, it's a really good game. 2018, WarioWare Gold. Wario is finally back and he is here to stay. The game really was responsible for reviving Wario as a brand, as a franchise, and it was excellent. Possibly the best WarioWare game ever. And it reviewed and sold well, enough to get several more sequels, so good for Wario. It's kinda hard to attribute the success of this one to innovation, because this game is more of a collection of greatest hits of WarioWare. It collects the greatest minigames, greatest modes, and uses all of them for the most essential WarioWare experience. It has a story with fully voiced cutscenes. That's right, Wario gets to talk full sentences, and he does an outstanding job. Thank you, Charles Martinet, what a riveting performance. Not to mention, this game has a ton of collectibles, bonus features and whatnot. Plus, you can read up cutscenes on your own. It really is the best game in the series, at least. Well, maybe the first one is better. 2019, Yoshi's Crafted World. It's Yoshi's Crafted World. It's kind of not as good as Woolly World, despite being made by the same company. Crafted World kind of sucks in comparison to Woolly World. No idea what happened, but the graphical gimmick is worse, music is worse, and even gameplay is kinda worse. What happened? It's still a fun time. I'd be hard pressed to call it bad, but it's disappointing to see Yoshi go down after he started getting his shit together. 2019 Super Mario Maker 2. It's a sequel to Mario Maker 2 and it adds some stuff, but you no longer have sponsored costumes or any costumes really. It has a fun campaign, some fun bonus stuff like being able to turn into Mario from American Mario 2. Sequel kinda feels like a downgrade overall, to be honest. And yeah, but at least it's more easily available compared to the Wii U one. And it still has like, you know, online support, so we have no choice really. 2019 Dr. Mario World. A mobile Dr. Mario game was a strange idea, and it wasn't very popular, so now it's discontinued. Still, I've played it while it was available, and it finally tries something new. Unfortunately, gameplay this time feels even less imaginative. You can unlock other doctors like Dr. Peach, Dr. Luigi, Dr. Waluigi, Dr. Wario. Dr. Donkey Kong? Why is everyone a doctor now? What the fuck? Is there a universe where all Mario characters are doctors? What? It was a mildly fun game. 2019 Mario Kart 2. Hawk 2. It's a mobile Mario Kart and it's pretty okay. I kind of like it, but not too much. Mario Kart 8 decided to incorporate some of its tracks into itself, and like, why? They're not that cool. I guess for preservation purposes? Oh, remember Donkey Kong Jr.? He's playable here for the first time in 20 years. That's kinda cool, right? 2019 Luigi's Mansion 3. Luigi's Mansion 3 is fun, but I still had to force myself to finish it. Still, at least I can admit that it's good, and had a lot of fun with it. King Boo is as menacing as ever. The Mario and Luigi touching moments are very touching and emotional and heartfelt, and overall the game is graphically gorgeous. Yeah, it's a fun time. 2019 Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020. That fucking title is a mouthful. It's the last Mario and Sonic game, and only the second one I've played. It's an alright collection of mini-games based on sports. But it also has 2D mode, with the characters styled as their 8-bit and 16-bit counterparts, and that's mad cool, IMO. Probably Sega's idea. Also, there is a story mode apparently, but I didn't play it. 2020 Paper Mario's Origami King. Origami King was actually kinda fun. I'd even say to a degree it's a return to form, a lot of good humor, battle systems that doesn't make me disgusted, very good and underrated soundtrack. I can't even emphasize how good it is. Very fun story, a lot of unique characters, some of which more tragic than others. Loved the bird scene, for some reason she's an obligatory character in Paper Mario now, and she's funny every time. Olivia is a fantastic character and so is Bobby. Only thing I hate is that Color Splash and Origami Salami have essentially the same ending. 2020 Super Mario Bros. 35. A little online game to celebrate the 35th anniversary of Super Mario Bros. It's a game where 35 players start playing the original game without dying, and the last one standing wins. It was a cool concept for like a game, and it's a shame it lasted only like a year. I had a blast. 2021 Bowser's Fury. Along with the Super Mario 3D World port, Nintendo released a brand new Mario game. Sort of. It's quite short, just about 3 to 5 hours long, and it's bundled with another game, so I can't really call it a separate game. Or can I? Kind of the same dilemma with Shadow Generations from Sonic X Shadow Generations. Anyway, it's a fun open world game that is very good and way too short. Its biggest problem is its length really, but it's a very good 3D platformer with Bowser feeling like a fantastic opponent again. Mario can become a big cat and the game turns into a Godzilla movie. Pretty cool! 2021 WarioWare Get It Together. It's a new WarioWare game, lots of new mini-games, but you can also control the characters on screen. It's really fun and very good, although you can't help but feel like WarioWare cast is getting a little too bloated. Still a very fun game with some of the franchise's best microgames and a good story. Unfortunately, no full voice acting this time. 2021 Mario Party Superstars, a greatest hits kind of Mario Party that takes a lot of pre-existing boards and uses a lot of characters. It's a return to form for the series apparently. I've played it a lot with my partner and my friends and it was awesome. I had a lot of fun, highly recommend. 2022 Mario Strikers Battle League. Finally, another Mario football, and it kinda sucks actually. The gameplay is not as fun, there's not as many characters, the edginess is mostly gone, it's just football at this point. It's very average, and You know, after the Wii entry, average is disappointing. 2022 Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, the last Mario game with Charles Martinet's voice. Definitely a good one. Man, those games will never feel the same. Definitely a great one, and a good sequel to Kingdom Battle, but I preferred Kingdom Battle to be honest. Using Mushroom Kingdom as a location felt cooler, vague space is a bit too vague. Still a good time. French developers being French decided to sexualize rabbits, and that's kinda funny to me. They also made them talk, not gonna lie, I'm still not sure if I like that. Good plot, great game, and a great DLC with Rayman. I fucking love Rayman, man. Missing Charles Martinet, not gonna lie. 2023. Well, wait, I gotta specify that he didn't die. They just replaced him. 2023. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. It's a new 2D Super Mario game. It's gorgeous, graphically. It has a ton of cool gimmicks. Daisy is playable now. Great music. I didn't like it that much, to be honest. I struggle to pinpoint why, to be honest. It's maybe a little too plain. Despite all the new stuff, ultimately it still somehow feels like a new Super Mario Bros. Game to me. That being said, I'm in the minority on that one. I missed a game in 2005, so I'll talk real quick here about it. Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix from 2005 is a Dance Dance Revolution rhythm game where you have to dance on a dance pad or, just press buttons in the correct order. It's basically a rhythm game with Mario characters in it. And it's really bad. The story is stupid, the gameplay is barely there, and Waluigi is a villain. Finally he gets something to do outside of party or sports games, so that's good, but the game is not very good. But it's funny though, so at least there's that. 2023 WarioWare Move It. Out of nowhere, Nintendo dropped another new Wario game and I love it. It's pretty much a spiritual successor to Smooth Moves on Wii, which means it mostly utilizes microgames that are focused on motion controls. They're kinda faulty and imprecise, but fine enough to work most of the time. But Switch's impreciseness with motion controls kinda makes the game worse. We're back to fully voiced cutscenes, but Kevin Afghani is a far cry from Martinet's Wario, and it really shows here. It doesn't ruin it for me, but it's strange. All that being said, the game is still quite good, but it didn't sell all that well. I hope it won't affect Wario's future. 2023 Super Mario RPG. It's a remake of Mario RPG, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. It's pretty much the same game, but with better graphics, better cutscenes, new music, and easier difficulty. Basically, it's not the definitive edition of the game, but it's definitely a great one, and a very faithful remake. I love it. 2024 Mario vs. Donkey Kong Remake. It's pretty much the same game as the one from 2003, but, with better graphics, and, that's pretty much it. Maybe some more levels. I enjoyed it, but mainly I'm just glad Donkey Kong is back in some capacity. Unfortunately, Remake omits unique death animations, it omits a lot of plot beats and phrases, and generally makes Mario a nicer guy to Donkey Kong. Which sucks, cause I want the rivalry to feel like rivalry. Either way, whatever, it's still a fun little game. 2024 Princess Peach Showtime. It's a new Princess Peach game, and it's okay. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. It's okay. The gimmick with theater and different outfits is very cute. I'm glad the Yoshi's Woolly World guys don't make good games for Nintendo. Peach is mega cute in this game, and man, I'm running out of things to say about this one. It's extremely easy. Her dresses in the shop are super ugly, but overall she ate. 2024 Super Mario Party Jamboree. The story mode is quite good, I enjoyed myself. That's all, I don't have a lot to say honestly. It's a good Mario Party game, yo. Kevin Afghani finally became really good, he became so good at the voices in just under a year. Impressive, even Wario sounds good. Oh my god, I'm finally done. Not gonna lie, writing this was kinda hard. And performing is even harder, but I had a lot of fun with this one. There's no franchise I love as much as Super Mario, and I'm looking forward to whatever it will throw at me in the future. It's very sentimentally important. As for the ranking, the following ranking is kinda strange, because I decided not to use the games I didn't finish. So, a lot of them are omitted. But, there's still at least 113 games, so there's that. Let's go! 113 Donkey Kong Jr. Math. 112 Yoshi. 111 Yoshi's Cookie. 110 WarioWare Snapped. 109 Wrecking Crew. 108 Donkey Kong 3. 107 Mario Pinball Land. 106 Donkey Kong Jr. 105 DK King of Swing. 104 DK Jungle Climber. 103 Donkey Kong Barrel Blast. 102 Paper Mario Sticky Star. 101 Mini Mario and Friends Amiibo Challenge. 100 Mario Strikers Battle League. 99 Yoshi's New Island. 98 Donkey Kong Land 2. 97 Donkey Kong Land 3. 96 Donkey Kong Land 1. 95 Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games 2008. 94 Mario Speedcross. 93 Mario Blast. 92 Mario Tennis. 91 WarioWare Inc. Mega Party Games. 90 Yoshi's Story. 89 Princess Peach Showtime. 88 Super Mario Run. 87 Wrecking Crew 98. 86 Dr. Mario. 85 Super Mario Bros. Lost Levels. 84 Mario Party. 83 Mario Party 3. 82 Mario Kart 7. 81 Yoshi's Crafted World. 80 Super Mario Kart. 79 Mario Kart Super Circuit. 78 Wario's Woods. 77 Wario World. 76 New Super Mario Bros. U. 75 Mario vs. Donkey Kong on the DSi, I forgot the title. 74 Mario vs. Donkey Kong Minis March Again. 73 Mario vs. Donkey Kong 2. 72 Mario and Donkey Kong Minis on the Move. 71 Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars. 70 Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. 68 and 69 Mario Strikers and Mario Strikers Charged. 67 Superstar Saga. 66 Donkey Kong. 65 Mario Bros. 64 Mario and Wario. 63 Luigi's Mansion. 62 New Super Mario Bros. Wii. 61 New Super Mario Bros. 2. 60 New Super Luigi U. 59 Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. 58 Super Mario Bros. Wonder. 57 Paper Mario The Origami King. 56 Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. 55 Super Princess Peach. 54 Mario Kart 64. 53 Dr. Mario 64. 52 Mario Kart Wii. 51 Mario Kart Double Dash. 50 Donkey Kong 64. 49 Super Mario World. 48 Luigi's Mansion 3. 47 Mario and Rabbids 2. 46 Super Mario 3D Land. 45 Yoshi's Island. 44 Super Mario Party Jamboree. 43 Mario Party Superstars. 42 Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. 41 Mario vs. Donkey Kong and its remake. 40 WarioWare Move It. 39 WarioWare Do It Together or Do It Yourself. 38 WarioWare Get It Together. 37 Super Mario Maker 2. 36 Super Mario Maker. 35 Mario Kart DS. 34 WarioWare Twisted. 33 Super Mario Land. 32 Yoshi's Woolly World. 31 WarioWare Smooth Moves. 30 Super Mario 3D World. 29 Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. 28 Super Paper Mario. 27 New Super Mario Bros. 26 Mario Kart 8. 25 Wario Land 2. 24 Wario Land. 23 Super Mario Sunshine. 22 Virtual Boy Wario Land. 21 WarioWare Touched. 20 Super Mario Bros. 3. 19 Super Mario Land 2. 18 Donkey Kong Country. 17 WarioWare Gold. 16 Donkey Kong Country Returns. 15 Donkey Kong Country 2. 14. Super Mario Bros. 13. Donkey Kong 94. 12. Super Mario Bros. 2. 11. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. 10. Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. 9. Super Mario Galaxy. 8. Super Mario Galaxy 2. 7. Super Mario Odyssey. 6. Diddy Kong Racing. 5. Paper Mario. 4. Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door. 3. Super Mario RPG and its remake. 2. WarioWare Inc. Mega Microgames. 1. Super Mario 64. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like. This took a lot out of me. I love you all. And even if this won't get much views, I'm just proud to be able to get this one out. Thank you! Smoochy smoochy. What the fuck was that?